I think funk for me it's all about the feeling, and it's all about, you know, the heavy hitting drums, and that's something I really like is the electronic element, but it still has a groove to it. I remember hearing Zapp and Roger for the first time and just thinking it sounded perfect. Like this is what I want to do. Like why isn't this on the radio now? I started working on That's My Jam about 3 or 4 years ago, and it was done. You know, it's been done for a while. Dame just got on it this year, which is a big treat. You know, that track is definitely more kind of an homage to, you know, Roger Troutman and you know, the Italo Boogie, like BB&Q Band and Change, and all the, you know, all the things that I'm influenced by, like Slave and you know, just all these great bands. The thing with Dame Funk kind of came about from just going to Fungosphere and sort of developing a relationship with those guys, and then gave Dame my demo, and he really liked it, so I've just been in touch with him ever since. So I was in New York at school, and basically the label Proximal got in touch with him and asked if he would want to collaborate on the track, you know, doing vocals, and he was up for it. They were there with him in the studio, and he kind of came in and just, you know, wrote the lyrics on the spot and laid it down. And I wasn't there, but it sounds like it was a great time. I started out making electronic music on the Game Boy camera, which had like a little sequencer as like kind of an Easter egg. I started making like little beats. You know, it was literally like a 16 step loop, and like that was all it was. You couldn't even go to different patterns. It was just one pattern. So you could the only thing you could do is you could turn one pattern off and keep the other on. So that's kind of, I don't know, Game Boy. I love that kind of sound. You know, the simple 8-bit, very kind of grimy sound. That's My Jam version. Knife City did. It was a cover he did only using the Game Boy. He used a program called Little Sound DJ, which just on a little Game Boy cartridge like you had as a kid, except it's this like tracker program that allows you to sequence notes and, you know, harness the Game Boy sound chip as a synthesizer and sequencer. So I think it's cool that he made this version that kind of reflects where I got my start in electronic music, even though now, you know, I may have moved on from the 8-bit thing. I want to make sounds of the future, you know. I'm not trying to be a retro artist or something like that, whether or not That's My Jam sounds like it or whatever, you know, that's just one element of my style. So I want to do, like, you know, funk, but make it futuristic, or whatever that might mean.